Jordan Whitehead had 3 interceptions.
Ooh.
He had a $250,000 incentive clause in his contract. If he gets 3 interceptions, he gets $250,000. He's already done that the first game. Do you have a story where you have had incentives in your contract that you reached and were like, ooh, your boy just got 50, your boy just got 100, or were the incentives in your contract that you like, hey, I missed out on this money?
I'm sure I had incentives in my contract. I know I did, obviously, because all contracts are incentive based at some point, somewhere in the fine print. But I don't have a story. I'm not going to sit here and make one up either. But I know I did. I can't remember off the top of my head. You got to bring that question to me next time. You got to bring that question to me next, because I'm gonna go do my homework. I'm gonna go do my homework, because I know I had some
after Well, I think, see, I was a 7th round draft pick, so absolutely, I had incentives in my contract.
Right.
I had incentive. If I got 1,000 yards, I got $100,000. That was that's a lot. $100,000 back then was a lot of money. I mean, it still is a lot of money, but it was really a lot. Considering I was only making $300,000, so hell, that was about to be a third of my. So I needed 121 yards to get 1,000. Ocho, I had 5 catches for $116 and 2 touchdowns at the half, and didn't catch another pass.
They did that on purpose.
I don't know what they did.
Oh, no, they did that on purpose, because I've heard the stories of running backs needing a certain number of carries, needing a certain number of yards toward the end of the season so they can hit an incentive. Oh, and the team decided to make a business decision.
Yeah,
I've heard the horror stories. It's happened many of times. Now, one of the incentives I can think about, it had nothing to do with playtime. Just all I can remember off the top of my head was the all-season program. The all-season program, you ain't go to that?
Hell no.
All-season program, you get $350,000 to attend all-season program from
90%.
April. Yeah, get 90%, and that's the only one I can remember. But I'm sure I had some for touchdowns and catches and stuff like that. But I
took incentives out of my contract after that point, because somebody else could control it. Because the way I looked at it, Ocho, I felt I was the best at my position. Shouldn't I go to the Pro Bowl?
Right.
I don't need to be incentive. Shouldn't I be all pro? Shouldn't I lead the team in catches? Shouldn't I lead the team in touchdowns? I'm that dude.
Right.
I don't need you to incentivize that. I'm him. I'm who I said I was. You see, no.
They do play games with it though. They play games with you though. Oh, they play games with you though. Especially when it's time to hit those incentives, man. They keep track of all that stuff. Especially if you're a running back. If you're running back, they're gonna play with you. They're gonna play with you every time.
The thing. Boy, you lobby. You should be a lobbyist in DC, because boy, you lobbying hard for the running back to get their paper.
Oh yeah, they need to. They need to. I'm not sure. Listen, the league. I understand the league is in a place now where they don't value the running back position as much as they should.
Right.
But again, at some point, there are running backs out there that are special. If you special, Saquon, Alvin Kamara, CMC, Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
What I saw from DeAndre Swift tonight, where they ain't even used him in the pass game. Swift could line up in the slots. Swift could line up like Le'Veon Bell used to do with the Steelers, way out there running slants and stuff like that. They should be hitting double figures, 10, 15, 20 million deal contracts. Those are the type of money they should be getting when you're special.
You know what I say? Oh, this is the way I look at it. I don't care if you don't give me but $10, but I want all my 10. Because I don't like that. Because here's the thing, I don't like it. Now, if I don't perform, you release me and say you making a business decision. I sign a contract. I perform the contract. I say I want a raise. You said, well, I signed the contract. Well, so do you. Think about Dez Bryant. When they released Dez had 2 years left. So it's like the only business that matter, and that's why I tell guys, man, don't y'all give them no discount.
Right.
Because not one time have you heard the NFL give these networks a discount from broadcasting live events. But they want a millionaire to give a billionaire a discount.
Right. Oh, hometown discount.
Where they do that at? If you ain't from my hometown, I don't know not one owner from Glenville. Unless ain't none of them got no last name Porter or Sharp. So
right.
We are related.
Man, it's a tough business. I think as fans sometimes they get upset at the players for fighting for their money. And
Yeah,
the fact that we have to fight for our money, I think
Ocho,
fans don't really they
are
don't
you
see our side.
surprised? Are you surprised how the billionaires have
Mhm.
convinced the fans that fans have more in common with billionaires than they do the
When you
players,
do
which are
it with us,
millionaires? Because here's the
it's
thing: this is what the owners know. This was a little bit before your time, but I remember it because I'm older. I'm a lot older than you. In '82 and '87, they
okay.
struck, and they put. And I won't be disrespectful to the
Mhm.
players because some
Right.
of the players ended up making rosters, but the replacement players. And guess what happened? The fans showed up like they was John Elway and Jim Kelly and Dan
Mhm.
Marino, so they didn't
Mhm.
miss a beat.
Right.
And the owner said, "Oh, so really? So we ain't gonna do nothing. We ain't gonna give you no guaranteed contracts. We're not gonna give you no lifetime health benefits because we can put somebody out there and replace you guys." And the product goes on. And guess what? These broadcasters, and they're gonna average. They're gonna put it on because
Mhm.
people love live events.
Thanks. Yeah, but that wouldn't work today
Yes,
because
I
it
why
wouldn't work today.
Ocho,
The
why do you
product
think
on the product on the field right now, if you take, let's say all 15, 1,600 players say, you know what, okay, we ain't playing, and the owner said, okay, we're gonna get people to replace y'all. The product on the field ain't gonna be the same.
it won't
It
be the
ain't gonna be
same?
the
But
same.
guess what? The fans gonna still show up because they love football. They struck in '87. They struck in '82. And guess what happened? A lot of those players, I ain't gonna name
Mhm.
the names, but you go back and look it up. I want you to do your homework and look it up
Mhm.
and look at those big names that cross that picket line. And guess what happens? So if you get 4, 5, 6 of those big name guys crossing, what's a guy that went in the 5th round or the 6th
Mhm.
round or an
Right.
undrafted free agent? If you got guys that got MVPs and DPOYs coming across the picket line, what you think they gonna do, Ocho? They coming too.
Right.
Because
Okay.
them owners know, see, the bankers say, okay, Jerry, hey, I want to push that $30 million loan payment that I got. I want to
Mhm.
push it till next year. Go tell your bank, you better give them their money or you better get up out that house in 3 months. And them private schools that you sending your kids to, hey,
Yeah.
you're going to have to be in public school until you make them payments. And the
Right.
owners know that.
Yeah. It's a dirty game, man.
It is, bro.
It's a dirty game when you go beneath the surface and you start peeling back them layers. It's a
That, but,
dirty game.
but Ocho, that's why I tell the guys, don't mess your money up. You
Mhm.
gonna wake up one morning and it's gonna be over.
It's a wrap.
I got every dime that Denver and the Ravens
Mhm.
was supposed to give me. They ain't
Right.
took not one dime from me for missing no meeting, being
Mhm.
late, doing nothing. I'm gonna get all my. I want
Right.
every dime that I'm supposed to get.
I like that. Well, I got a question. You talk about every dime, and I'm getting off the subject of we talking football, we talking sports related stuff.
We talk anything we want. This is our
Yeah,
show.
listen, I've seen you flying private. You know how
Yeah,
much it costs to fly private, man?
yeah. Do you
Yeah,
know how hard
that's
I
too.
work?
That
Do
yeah,
you know how hard I work?
I know how hard you work. I know how
Let me
hard
ask
you
you.
work. But
Let me
come
ask you a
on over
question.
here. Let me fly with me somewhere. Let me fly with me on Spirit real quick.
That's not gonna happen. But let me
C18E.
ask you a question, Ocho. I'm sure unfortunately there's been some people that pass in your family. You've gone to, homegoing
My
services.
mama, grandma. Yeah, yeah.
Was there a Brinks truck in any part of that procession?
No, no.
Was there a U-Haul in any of that procession? So say ain't nobody took nothing with them.
Mm-hmm.
Now you leave everything. What you think your kid's gonna do? You think your kid's gonna be as frugal and as thrifty and as miserly as you?
Yeah,
Now
I'm leaving.
you made all that money. Now you
I would hope so because
hope. See, there
you
you go.
see, you
You hoping
see.
again. You see what you did. You see what you
Listen,
said. You hope.
you seeing? Listen, let me tell you something.
That's a
Listen,
female's name.
check.
I don't know nothing about a Hope. I know. I went to school with a girl named Hope Perkins.
Listen, Shannon. What percentage of us go broke 2 years after we finish playing? What percentage?
That's if you probably like 87% if I'm not mistaken.
87% of us go broke after we done
Yes,
playing.
yes. But see, that's when you got 3 houses, 4 cars, and you got 4 people on college funds that's not your kid. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. But even still, I got 411 kids. I'm still doing well. Very well.
Yeah, for sure.
Very, very, very well.
Yes.
12, 11 years removed from the game of football.
You know what? I eat a certain way, but I treat myself occasionally. I'll eat some cookies. I have some chicken. I have a burger.
Okay.
So if I want to work as hard as I've been working, say, you know what? I'm gonna go. I wasn't gonna be able to make the game on time.
Right.
I promised time when I came out here and interviewed him in December. I said, I'll be here for your first game.
Yes, sir.
See, I don't make promises because promises are like pie crust, thin and easily broken. I make commitments. I committed to that man that I was going to come see his first home game.
Right.
I'm coming.
Okay.
I'm coming.
I don't mean to be in your personal business. I just, in case for me, if I want to say, I want to dibble in my stash and I want to, take the kids somewhere in a private jet, we go on vacation or something.
Yes.
Like, what's that going to run me? By how much? What's that going to run me?
It all depends on how big the jet is and how far you're going.
Okay. Let's say, I need a big one because I got older kids.
So you want a G5, G6. So you're talking about probably 10, 15, 20,000 an hour.
Whoa. Rewind. 15 to 20,000 an hour?
An hour, yeah.
Oh nah, man. Shit. Oh, my bad. My bad. Nah, man. 15, 20,000 an hour. So if I got to fly to LA, and LA that's a 4-hour flight. I gotta pay 40. I gotta pay 50 grand.
More than that, more than that, probably.
Man, come on, man. Stop playing, man. Listen. I fly. I have to work. I have to work and fly and travel every Monday. I got to go to Jersey, right? I got to go to Jersey. Quick, right down the street, 2-hour flight. Yeah. I get Spirit Airlines ticket, $80 round trip. I get from point A to point B just as fast, just as quick as you. You in Colorado. You in Colorado right now?
But you know what I did? Huh?
It is comfy. You get the extra roll. You get the extra roll.
You ain't had no bed. You saw your boy laying down eating breakfast in bed at 30,000.
Hey, but listen. Let me tell you what I can do. I can stop at the drive-thru and get breakfast before I get on that flight.
No.
And sleep at 30,000.
Ocho.
I'm gonna be asleep.
Look, I'm not wasteful. I'm not wasteful with my money, Ocho.
Okay.
I got 2 repaired hips. I've got 2 artificial hips.
Wait,
I got an artificial eye socket. Yeah, I got both my hips replaced.
Wait, one question.
Yeah.
Both your hips replaced. I messed up. Yeah. Did you eat healthy while you was playing?
Man, we're not doing.
I'm just asking. When you was in the NFL, did you eat healthy while you were playing? I'm just asking a question.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm not saying it had anything to do with your hip replacements. I'm just asking if you ate healthy or not. But okay, go ahead.
I mean, so what you trying to say? What you trying to get?
No, I was just trying to say. I played for a long time. I played very.
No, you didn't. You didn't play long with me. You didn't play long with me.
I played long
you
enough.
Probably would have.
I played 12. I played 12.
12.
I played 12 with no injuries, not one. Well, I messed up my pinky. Look at my pinky. I can't. Look,
I got 14.
14? Mm-hmm. Ooh. But you know what? You ain't playing the trenches like I did, though.
Man, you better stop. I was a tight end. You haven't been on one special team.
Who? I played special teams until my 4th year in the league. What you talking about? I was the gunner.
I was a gunner.
So was I. What you talking about?
And I was an L3 on the kickoff, kick return. I was in the punt return.
I was the kicker. I was the backup kicker. What you saying? You ain't the only special team dude. Like I do it all.
Did you see what that punter did in Buffalo? Did you see what he did?
What
exactly. So when you say you was a kicker, I don't pay that no attention.
Don't do that. Don't do that because I played safety in high school. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh my goodness.
Don't do that.
Everybody played both sides of football in high school.
This is the funny thing. A lot of people don't know. This is something a lot of people don't know, and I want to share this story. Obviously, I went to Oregon State. I played with TJ Houshmandzadeh as a receiver. My quarterback was Jonathan Smith, who now is the head coach at Oregon State. The funny thing is, I was supposed to be a defensive back going into the draft. I was supposed to be a defensive back. I went to Oregon State to play DB. Listen to me. Let me finish. I lie for you before I lie to you. But I get drafted by the Bengals. I tell Mr. Brown, I really don't want to play receiver. I want my dream is to always be an NFL DB because I want to be like Prime. But the DB room was too crowded. And they moved me to receiver. You ain't even know that.
Ocho, you won't hit nobody. Ocho, you won't hit nobody.
They said the same thing about Prime. And he won't hit nobody. He won't hit nobody. But one thing about it, I locked down one side of the field. Huh?
Why does everybody, when they talk about, they go to the highest? Man, I was like Prime, or I was like LeBron, or I was like Ken Griffey Jr. Why y'all just can't go to a marginal player?
Because nothing about me is marginal. Nothing about me marginal. Only margin I know is butter. I ain't the one, and I'm not the two. I'm just telling you. Look at my check my resume. Check my stats in high school. I had 22 picks 1 year. Nobody ever done that before in South Florida. Dade County legend, man. I'm from Liberty City.
Yeah, you had 22 fantasy picks. That's what you had.
Never that.
Ocho, you was a wide receiver.
I was a defensive back at first. I was forced to move to wide receiver is what I'm trying to tell you. I was a better defensive back than wide receiver.
What forced you to move there is because you wouldn't hit anybody.
No, that is not what it was. The fact that the DB room with the Bengals, it was too crowded. It was too many people.
You didn't play DB at Oregon State.
Yes, I did. I played both ways. I was Travis Hunter before Travis Hunter. What are you talking about? I was Dion. I did all that, man. I did that. Yeah.
Dion Warwick?
No.
You were saying it? What you mean? Dion who?
Oh, man. Hey, at Liberty City, listen, Liberty City Optimist, I played both ways. I played receiver, I played DB, I played quarterback, and I played center. I did it all.